There, can I be heard now? I think I can be heard now. As I was saying before, welcome to the Battle of the Back Seat, lower bracket, a final, best of five. We are playing SLACKSEATERS versus GOUDAARK, and we have with me my co-caster Key the 15th. Hey Key. There we go. We can hear you, Key. Little mic issues for both of us, I think, first thing this morning, but that's okay. Um, yeah, so we should have an interesting matchup today. We have Zach Khalil being backseated by Happy the Andy, and against Cheta 2208 being backseated by Noah. Any early predictions for Yuki? Seems like a pretty even matchup for me. Yeah. All right. Well, without further ado, guys, the game is going, so we're gonna jump right to the game. Just give me one moment to load up Capture Age, and we will be right there. So just gonna swap over. AoE always asks me to accept the downloaded content, and we're gonna go to Capture Age. All right. So we are loading the game now. All right. So we're just going to catch up to where the players are currently. Just kind of start. So we have Sandrushi. That is not Sandrushi. What is going on here? This is Zach Khalil versus Cheta. And we will keep watching. There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to fast forward to where they're at, so I'm just kind of watching Dark Age, watching Cheta pull in two boars at the same time from the caves. Watching Zach Khalil. Zach's doing the same thing. Both players know what they're doing here. Definitely, definitely. Yeah. So far, we're skipping right to Feudal Age. Yeah, well, it looks like, from the looks of things, Cheta got to Castle Age first. I think I'm all caught up now, Key. We're at minute 13:56. Cool. So, so not all that much happened so far, guys, but that's okay. We're getting right to the action immediately. It looks like Zach Khalil is coming forward with a handful of villagers and a scout, looking to build something forward here, or maybe something economic. We'll see. Very curious. Um, yeah, he it looks like he might be trying to do kind of a bit of a step lancer push. Cheta, as usual, with his economic play, 3 TC. Right. He's got two foundations down that he has yet to kind of complete. And from the looks of it, maybe a villager that was down there built two, then came back. But Zach is getting some good value with this scout already. No loom. Cheta will take this scout though. But that's okay, because Step Lancers are on the way from Zach Halil. And Zach's got a lot of res. He's not making any more vills. He's kind of going full throttle on the aggression. So siege and steps. Stone walls. I think it's a little too late. Those steps are gonna make it through. Oh, and he killed a villager by accident. Oh no! Panic is already setting in. No loom, and these steps are crushing the villagers with no loom. He does. He's paying for it already. Fastest game one I think we've had, and part of that is, guys, because we kind of skipped through the first little bit of it, but I think, as I said, I think we're into the juicy part already, which is amazing. Yep. Oh, yeah, right into the wood line. Right past that stable. Oh man, really punishing Cheddar here. Cheddar really needs to get a couple monks out and play that monk defense. I think, and I think that's probably what his backseaters instructed him to do. Because in a position like this, the monks are actually going to do really well. Because it's going to force him into the TCs the way it did, or force him, you know, around. He's going to lose at least 1 or 2 units. So. I can't remember if the... I don't think they do either. Let me just double check here. Yeah, no, Mongols do not get redemption, so there's no possibility for a redemption here on this matchup. Both playing Mongols. So yeah, the only he's just not in a very comfortable position at all, because even if he goes his own siege, the steps can just run in, snipe it real quick, take a couple TC hits, and he might lose 1. So it's going to be 1 step for 1 mangonel just to prevent another mangonel. So it's a really hard play for Cheddar here. Pressure's on. Zach is... He does have the res. You're absolutely right. He does have the res, you know. Sell maybe 100 stone, use the other 100 stone, build a TC, keep making more mangonels and more steps. And just keep adding to the mass. Definitely. You're absolutely right. The only issue with the steps is I'd hesitate to take all of them, because he still has to protect these mangonels. As soon as he leaves the mangonels, it's hard for him. But these mangonels are gonna snipe this monk perchance. Well, I think Zach's taking it easy. He's taking it, playing it really safe. He's got kind of a strong position. He wants to kind of maintain it. He's gonna go in now though, and I don't know, because if he can get those monks with the mangonels, Yeah, like that. Oh, but you're absolutely right. The camels are cleaning up the steps. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Good news is they're both on the same number of TCs. I mean, Zach is about 9 villagers behind. It's not a huge gap, but the gap is that Cheddah's got 13 military units on the battlefield now, too. So. And Cheddah's going to keep on rebuilding up again now. He's going to refortify his base. He's going to try to get back in that comfy position. And try to boom back into this with again, that villager lead. Yep, he's getting his third one back on the stone. I think he's probably going to be looking for maybe a defensive castle for this. And Zach's actually 3rd TC now too, so Zach is actually starting to close the gap on the villager lead. And he's also making military. Making military looks like back home. He's trying to stonewall up because Cheddah is actually on the offensive at this point now. So Zach has to make sure that these units can't get through. Got to focus the stone walls that are being directly behind the palisades. And he's doing exactly that. That's great. It's precisely what he has to do. No, Zach is safe now. On this side, at least. Yeah, it is looking fairly even here. Last movie you watched. Benitto redeemed movie. He does, and the eco gap is gonna spread again because Cheddah's on 4 TCs. Well, I'm wondering, Zach is floating a lot of gold and a lot of wood. I'm curious what he plans to do with it. Yeah. Oh. That's another close call on the bottom side. All the camels came on the bottom side when Zach was just able to stonewall it up the last second. Zach also... He might trap his villager, though. And there's the villager. I didn't think he needed the second layer on this particular spot either. But like I said, I'm very curious what he plans on doing. He's got a lot of gold, and you know, I'd like to see him balance this out and maybe go up to Imp. But again, at the same time, I feel like it's still a little early to go Imp on being only on 83 bills and 3 TC. He's trying to get a 4th up. But again, Cheddah's in a really good position now. Still a very close game though. 86 to 94 in economy score. stone gate. Yeah, get that vision. Definitely important. Nope. We've got a gap in villagers again, about 10 villagers between Cheddar and Zach. But again, it's really close. 10 villagers, it's not going to break it, but we'll have to. Yeah, and both players are up to Imp. Zach is up first with a castle going up, so both players look like they're going into Mangudai. Will say Cheddar has a little bit of a lead, given that he's already got a handful out and his castle's already up. But I think it looks... Yeah. I will say Zach is getting all the upgrades too. He's getting Bodkin, he's got Ballistics. I'd like to see him get the Padded Archer Armor as well as Thumb Ring though. Those are critical upgrades for Mangudai. Will this monk make it in? Will the monk make it in? Or will the monk actually open the gate? Oh, wow, that was close. A little monk snipe, though. Fortified walls for Zach. He's not playing around. Well, he is stonewalled behind those houses, right? So... he's... which side are you saying? Zach or Cheddar? So... Oh, he does have that weak spot right there, you're right. But I think he's okay. I mean, he's dropping a castle in the center of the map. He's great. He's gaining that map control, forcing Zach into this kind of little corner pocket here. Zach is fully committed to Cavalry, though. It looked like he was going for Mangudai. I think he's probably going for Mangudai Hussar. Grabbing the light cavalry upgrade. Mangudai Camel would shred Hussar Mangudai. You're absolutely right. But I think it's going to be down to a numbers game. And if Zach can surprise him. Because even though he's got these camels have no stats. So if Zach's got fully upgraded Hussar... oh, Knights? Was that a mistake? No, that was a mistake. Yeah, it's going to be full Hussar, I think. Also going like Cav. So it looks like it's going to be Hussar and Mangudai versus Hussar and Mangudai. Oh, man. Yep. He does. Yep. Replace the old one, drop in a new one. Definitely. No audio for Key. Let me see here. Try talking again, Key. Are you muted on Discord? Is your mic muted? Because I actually can't hear you on Discord. Like you're... Oh, I can hear you now. Yeah. Oh, I guess I could hear you the whole time. Yeah, actually. Maybe I can turn you up and see if that helps.
Is that any better? I don't know. I tried changing something, but I don't know if it'll work.
I hear a little echo though for you now.
Yeah. I think it's that thing that we were saying about.
Audio okay now. All right, awesome. Thanks, Monasai28. Appreciate it. Let's go back to capture age here. All right. We are seeing camels, hussars with no upgrades. 7 plus 0 and 2 plus 1. And Mangudai with full upgrades except for armor. Versus Hussar with upgrades and Mangudai with upgrades. Chetta's push is strong, but if Zac can outdo him with upgrades, then I don't know. I think it all depends on how they play this battle. Like, I would like to see Zac right now with his Mangudai go forward and try to snipe a handful of these camels. That's what I would like to see. Well, he's grabbing padded archer or leather archer armor right now. So I think he's probably trying to grab that armor first before he sends them in. I don't know. I think the thing is though with Zac is that he had to try to catch up, so that's why he's a bit behind because he did that early aggression. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's an overboom. I think he just had to try to catch up and he's a bit late. All right, and he's sending in the Hussar. Not backed by the Mangudai for whatever reason. Why are you not sending these in, my guy? I want to ask, guys, is the stream running smoothly for you guys, or is it a little bit laggy? Because I'm looking at it on my other monitor, and it looks just a little bit laggy. Yeah, I'm just going to try one thing, guys. I'm going to see if I can... I just paused it for a sec, Key. Because I'm trying to see if there's a way to stabilize capture age here. Let's see. Lockmask window. Improves performance. You know, I think we're probably okay. We'll keep going. Yeah, it looks like yeah, you're right. It's over now. I guess maybe he ended it. Maybe he felt that he was just too far behind. I mean, the military was 27 to 60 here. A little bit laggy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop with capture age, Sanazal, and I'm gonna stream this through AoE originally because I find capture age is. Yeah. Right. Alright, let's do AoE, capture. Okay. GG for match 1. That went to Chetta. Just trying to get the AoE window to open here. 1 second, guys. I feel like I have to click on something else different and then no problem. No problem, dude. Alright, here we go. I've got Age of Empires showing up now on the stream. No, I don't, because I can hear you clear as day. That's the only way. That's the only way I can hear you. 1 second then. Let me see what we can do while we're waiting for the next game to start. We will work through some of these technical.
Any better? Can people hear me now?
The problem is when you do that, I can hear myself through, like, I can hear your own, like, I can hear the Twitch stream, and
That's just because I'm watching it on my phone.
okay.
Let me just turn it off. Is that can you still hear an echo or me?
I can still hear an echo, yeah.
How do I change that though? I don't get it.
Maybe mute yourself in Discord and turn on your mic in the OBS video link. We could try it that way.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Try it again.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Looks like
Okay. Well, we could do it like that.
Yeah, let's do it like this. Sorry guys, working at the Kinks first game. Oh, these are the troubles with sharing a streaming account and jumping from computer to computer with differing specs, but we'll get to figure it out. But from the looks of things, it is now a 1 point for Cheta against the Zach Halil SLACKSEATERS. So GOUDAARK is beating SLACKSEATERS in game 1. We're looking forward to game 2 to come up here on AoE. So let me just quickly see here if they have the game yet.
Oh, they've started it again from where they stopped it, Benito.
Oh, so okay, so it wasn't a win. It wasn't a win. It was a desync.
It wasn't a win. It's a desync, yeah.
All right. Well, we'll get right
to fight now, and it looks like Zach is pushing back. Ooh.
Let's get right back into it, guys.
Juicy.
No spoilers, Key. No spoilers for the audience.
I know. Okay.
We're gonna get right back into it, guys.
All I'll say is it's looking very juicy, and I can see why it wasn't a clear win yet. There's still energy.
Yeah.
There's still some play to be made.
All right. So I absolutely agree. It seemed like it ended off a little too early, in my opinion. But
yeah, I think you were right on what you were saying about Zach having the numbers though, and you know,
if he has the numbers. So are you at present right now?
I'm at 46 minutes currently.
46. Okay. I'm just catching up to where it is at present as well.
Okay. I'm zooming up now as well, speeding it up a little bit.
We're getting a really juicy fight here, and we're back up to present. Looks like Cheta actually took the fight here. He's also denying a castle. Zach's denying a castle. Oh man, this is so messy. 2 castles both being denied at the same time by Magudai. Oh man, this is crazy, guys.
Looks like Cheddar's going Seadram as well.
He is, and he doesn't have drill yet. But Zach was looking to kind of deny it. Heavy camel from Cheta though. He looks like he's going to directly counter these Hussar.
Surprised Zach has caught up as fast as he did with the numbers.
That's what I said earlier. You know, some good numbers with upgrades can make a significant impact on this map. And it looks like, yeah, they both have the exact same tech Mangudai at this point. And Zach is trying to build a new town center in the north. So we are, oh, look at those step lancers right close by though.
I feel like Zach needs to use the Mangudai better though. Like he's just sending loads of Hussar in for nothing without the Mangudai.
He is.
Bad engagements.
He is, and he needs to group them up, like similar to how he did it last time, and use them with a mass group of Hussar to just kind of flood the battlefield.
I like this fight a bit better. because of the choke point.
Yeah. Good fights, good fights. This is intense, guys. Cheddar does have the lead. He does have the military lead. He does have... I mean, the villagers at this point is not necessarily a factor, given that they have the same number of villagers.
I think he's just taking the better engagements and he's picking Zack's army off bit by bit. And
he is.
You know, taking the mass out.
I hate to say this, but I think Zack needs to go into a little bit of trash.
Yeah, or he needs more production buildings as well. Like,
yeah,
like
he definitely needs more production buildings. He's got this fun little stable down here where the Hussar is kind of trapped.
Yeah.
I will say Cheta has insane map control right now. Castle on the bottom, 2 castles in the middle, castle going in the north. And Zack is actually managing, though, to get a couple vills in the far north to potentially drop some more stuff up there. Will we see a surprise attack? That's the question. Cheta is dropping another castle. Holy crap. His resources are... He's got enough for another castle aside from that. He's got so much stone.
Yeah.
It's insane.
He's taking so much stuff in the middle though. Look, he's on every gold pile almost in the middle. He's just taking so many reds.
Yeah. Cheta is actually looking really good right now, I have to say. He's sitting on a huge reserve of gold and stone. He's slowly creeping into Zack's base. Zack is putting up an excellent defense though, I have to say.
He is. He's putting up a really good defense. It's just the numbers for that and the presence of Cheddar's castles all around this map is just insane.
Yep. Zack's got a lot of lazy villagers in front of this gate though too. It's locked. I don't think he realizes. He could be getting this stone. Another castle on the north side of the cave. On Zack's base.
Ooh, that's a really good castle as well.
Yeah, it's gonna deny half of his wood eco. I wonder, it would be the funniest thing ever if Cheta actually cut through that wood line at the top.
Oh yeah.
I do think Zack probably needs more on food though. He's got quite a bit, and he needs more on more buildings actually because he's losing housing space.
Yeah, he's got a lot of wood. He should just leave them 3 lumber camps by his castle and his TC at the back back top corner.
No, it looks like Zack actually killed off a bunch more villagers, a bunch more woodcutters. Make more room for Hussar, I guess. And he's gonna send them in.
Another TC at the top as well.
I wish that Zack would send in these Mangudai though with the Hussar, because just sending Hussar in by themselves, it's gonna hinder his ability to fight.
Yeah.
He's just gonna lose all of these Hussar, and then he's just gonna have to try to remass again.
Maybe you should hop into the channel and see what they're speaking about.
Yeah, let's see what these guys are saying. Let's mute ourselves though, just to be sure.
Yeah.
And this is Happy, the Andy, and Zack Halil. let's listen to what the other side is saying. GG, guys. And there we have it. There we have it, guys. GG. Game 1. It did end up going to Cheddar. But, what a game that was.
Yeah, so apparently they were a bit more ahead than us. I heard the GG called.
Yeah.
But yeah, seems like they were just out of gold, out of resources. They had much more better map control. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, they did. It was a tough fight. It was a lot of back and forth. I had no idea who was going to win there for a minute. Like, in that initial battle when we first got back to the game that desynced, I thought for sure Zach actually was going to come back.
Yeah.
But
I think he had a good spot. I think he pushed forward a bit too soon and then lost quite a lot of army and wasn't fighting with the manga guy, like you said, at all times. But
yeah,
at the end, Cheddar's team said, "Oh, they played really well," which I really think both players played really well.
yeah, a Mongols versus Mongols matchup is tough.
Yeah.
Neither civ gets halbs, so that adds a little layer of complexity. You know,
Yeah, I think Skirm Camel could have been strong though.
Skirm Camel could have been strong. I think even a handful of Skirm mixed in with the Hussar and Mangudai could have been okay.
Even Heavy Scorp with Light Drill.
Yeah, Heavy Scorp could have been good too, especially in this defensive position.
Yeah, it could have been really good for the checkpoints. Yeah.
Oh man,
could have been amazing. Could have been Heavy Scorp could have been the play.
Right. But no, as we can see, Cheddar did kill the most units. It was a close game though. Zach actually led in economy though on food and wood, but like I said, Cheddar was really strong on his gold. He had a lot of gold that game, which really fueled his army.
So do you think Zach should have maybe gone Skirm then, as he was running out of gold? Maybe switched into the Skirm and saved the gold for like Camel?
Maybe, because like, here's the thing, he's already got all the archer upgrades because he's already committed to them with the Mangudai. All he would have needed was just a handful of archer ranges, elite skirm upgrade, and boom, he's already got maxed out elite skirm. So that's why I'm like, I'm in favor of the elite skirm play. Just as an extra unit to get out there, because the thing for Zach was he just needed numbers, right? He just needed some numbers, some things for the Mangudai to target that wouldn't die instantly. So I think with a handful of skirm, I think as well though it's already an uphill battle where he's fighting the camels, with Hussar. So that's another thing too. Like camels will do well against skirm, camels will do well against Hussar. If you really wanted to see the most even fight, you would have had to see camels and Hussar and Mangudai versus camels and Hussar and Mangudai, I think. Would have been. So, and it would have just came down to micro at that point and tactics, but no, good game by these guys. I think they all played really well. And I'm excited to see the next game. So that was game 1. It's a best of 5, guys. Game 1, and it does go to GOUDAARK at this point, and the picks and the bans just came in. It is Valley is the next map, so it's not Watering Hole, which we have been seeing a lot lately. It's Valley, and it's Hindustanis and Byzantines. Those are the 2 civ bans. What do you think?
I can see why Byzantines would be banned, because obviously the water control, having like, you know, faster fire ships early on could, because I don't think galleys is too important on that bit of water in the middle, because there's nowhere really to like micro them back to, kind of.
Yeah.
Unless you are like a micro god. But Hindustanis again, another good civ ban, because you know they have cheaper villages, have a great eco, good camels late game. I'm pretty sure they're good on water as well. But yeah.
Yeah, and I'm curious about the Hindustanis ban, because I'm surprised by that, because I wouldn't necessarily immediately think of Hindustanis when I think of, you know, a map where water control is
Yeah.
kind of key to the game. Personally, I would have, you know, preferred to see Malay, Persians.
Yeah, I think Persians definitely I would
Yeah,
have liked to. But then again, it's against. Maybe they're thinking of picking Persians or Malay.
or
I'm
even
not too sure.
Koreans. I mean, I saw
Yeah.
Koreans play uh, in a previous game that I was casting or co-casting on. I can't quite remember. I think it was actually Sandrushi or if it
The
wasn't
game
Sandrushi, it was
has.
Sirazaika.
Yeah.
But it was one of those two players, and they went Koreans, and they went Korean turtle ships, and I thought that was hilarious that they went Korean turtle ships on that little valley pond.
Yeah.
What I would have liked to
The-
have seen is towers, like Korean towers along that pond, because that could be strong. I mean, any
Yeah.
towers against that pond, even if you pick, I think Teutons would be an insane pick. People wouldn't see Teutons
Oh
coming,
yeah.
and then you just
Shooting
Teuton tower.
castles.
You
Yeah.
just
On
Teuton
castles.
towers on the water. You get to Castle Age, Imp, Crenellation castles. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
you know
Teutons
just
is
just
good.
something different.
Yeah.
But-
I like shootings. Yeah. They both started, by the way, and it's another mirror matchup. I'm not going to spoil. what's
Another
up, but-
mirror matchup. All right. Well, let's get into it,
Interesting.
guys. We will share the screen here in one moment.
Yeah, I'm surprised that both players are going for the same saves. I'm guessing they want the strong matchups for these maps. So, again,
All right, and we are back again. Back to the game, and we are at zooming through to get to the main. Well, not main, but zooming through to get to present. We're traveling through time.
it's about 3:30.
Yep, and that's we got back to main time here in just now.
Yeah.
So
Both players with the Persians, like you said, is really good.
Yeah.
For this map.
and maybe that's why. I mean, maybe that's why they weren't banned.
Yeah, bet
This
both
is-
players are happy.
Yeah. So again, another mirror matchup, Persians versus Persians. It's gonna be really interesting to see how these guys play it. 5 on food, 5 on wood. Next villager to the dock. I would hope to see from blue. 6 to food. Nope. Bringing 2 villagers to build a dock with. That's
You want? Yeah, I'm
Interesting.
guessing he wants it up faster, and then obviously if they're out there, they can still take the shorefish together. And I'm
Very
guessing
true.
he just wants the docks up super quick.
But the thing is, I mean,
Initiative.
Cheddah's actually already got his dock up, so that's
Yeah.
a small advantage for Cheddah here. Haven't seen any. Oh, he does have a fishing ship out too. So Cheddah is gonna get a fishing ship out first, with the dock being up already. Would like to see that villager working on some water here, but there we go. Fisherman's gone to work, but it does look like Cheddah is gonna see Zach's 2 fishermen. Zach could fight this, and he chooses to fight this. Cheddah is taking a lot of beating with this scout. What are you doing?
He is.
So, the only thing I will say with Zach is I don't know why he's sending 2 villagers to a house. It's almost like he heard me. It almost feels like
Yeah.
he heard me.
Yeah, and he's housed as well. I actually think Cheddar's in a strong position for the faster feudal because, you know, if you look at the Vil count, he's got 21 Vils. So Zach's already got a bit of idle TC. He's 2 Vils behind technically.
Yeah, he
Um,
is. He is.
Yeah, so his build's been a bit sloppy on that sense because he's 2 Vils behind. But yeah, I'm surprised no one's clicked up to feudal yet.
Look at the boars. I didn't realize how many boars were on this map. There are a lot of boars.
Are you not
Honestly-
surprised no one's up to feudal? I mean, Cheddar's just clicked up now, but 24 pop. It's a bit strange.
Well,
Usually-
I don't know if it's a bit strange because you have to take into account the fact that he's got 3 fishing ships, so and a
Yeah,
scout, so
true.
that means it's a 20 vil up.
Yeah,
Zach,
true.
however,
Very
is
true.
going up with 22 vils possibly. He's a little bit late. Zach is definitely a little bit late here. And I think he's gonna pay for that because like this map is super dependent on timing. Like and
Yeah.
he clicks up now. So he's about 40% difference between feudal age and castle.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge difference though for the water, because like if you look at Cheddar's economy now, he's got the 5 on gold, he's got enough on wood to get that second dock, which he's going for now, which is again like this is I think we can see potentially who's going to win the starter water. It's never fully over because you can always keep the fish and ships in the docks. We've seen the turnarounds that can happen on these sorts of very narrow water bits, but.
So, predictions. Get your predictions in, guys. Who will win game 2? Predictions are closing in a minute and 15 seconds. Who do you think will win, SLACKSEATERS or GOUDAARK? SLACKSEATERS being Zach Halil's team, GOUDAARK being Cheddah's team. Get those predictions in, and we'll see what happens. As we can see now, though, Cheddah has got his 2 docks up. He's got 2 fire ships coming out. Zach is a little bit behind given his late feudal time, but we'll see if he can make that up in the moment when he goes right up to the next stage.
I'm going to go for SLACKSEATERS. I want Zach's team to win this one, so it's 1-1.
I would like to see a 1-1 as well. It just depends on who's more comfortable with Persians and also who wins this kind of water fight. We have...
Yeah.
I will say we have the defensive position in the sense that Zach doesn't have to go all the way down, but he's going to probably lose these fishing ships already, I'd say. So, if I was Zach, I'd try to move those around as much as I can, keep moving them around, keep preserving time. But he's going a 1 versus 2 fire ship fight. Oh no, he's got 2 versus 2, never mind. I didn't see the second dock producing, but like I said, Cheddah, he does have a bit of a fire ship advantage. If I was Zach, I'd bring these back, repair them, and see what I can do, because he's got 4 versus 2 at the moment.
Yeah, sorry, I just had to pop away a sec, just because someone came back. Just making sure they don't come in being super loud.
No problem at all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too sure. Well, did Cheddar get any fishing ship kills yet?
He got one fishing ship kill. I will say Cheddah's got a very interesting economy right now. He's fully relying on his fish for food. He's got the rest of his people all on gold and wood. If you look at the opposite side, you have Zach with just 5 on gold, just enough to continuously produce the fire ships, and a decent amount on food. So I think Zach might actually be in a position to go to Castle Age first over Cheddah, because Cheddah, he's only on 100 food. So I think Cheddah's trying to play this big, heavy feudal age warfare. He's got demo rafts. He's got lots of fire galleys. Zach playing this a little bit more safe. Triple dock, though. I will say, though, I think Zach needs to maybe, at this stage, either just fully commit to feudal or go up to castle and start stacking ships inside your docks. He's got the advantage that his docks have double HP. These demo rafts aren't going to treat him nicely. I know that for sure. Oh, and he's got his own demo rafts now, though. So this could, again, this could still get very interesting. Demo rafts. Oop. Boom, boom. Ooh. Oh, wow. That was a huge hit.
Yeah, that was good for Cheddar.
Huge hit for Cheddar. And it takes the score lead with that massive hit. Looking to get the fire ship repaired. A little too late on that one. He is getting out more fire. Both teams are getting out more ships. I will say Zach does look like he might be close to going up to castle, and he is. He just needs those 2 castle age buildings or feudal age buildings to go to castle.
Nice. Yeah, just gonna lose the water. That's for sure. Oh, big hit for Zach.
So
not as big as you probably like, but still decent damage.
Still a good hit. Let's jump into the channels and see what they're saying. We're gonna start with Zach.
Okay.
Having a smoothie. does Cheddar feel about that? And it looks like Cheddar actually ended up getting to Castle Age first. I'm very surprised, and I think that was just a
Yeah.
symptom of the fact that Zach didn't have the market and blacksmith that he needed to have.
Yeah.
But oh man, this is a close
And
one, guys.
I know, and you could see the frustration from Happy the Andy when Zach was ejecting them one by one because he managed, Cheddar managed to save a few of those ships, but if he would have ejected them all at the same time, he could have killed all of that army without losing too much more.
I know, and that's the worst part, right? Because and Chedda's got a big advantage. He's got 6 fishing ships constantly fishing because all the pressure is on Zach right now.
Yeah.
Zach is actually going pretty heavy on wood now. Cheddar is dropped his second TC. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Cheddar has a very strong economy skill set. He's very good. I don't know if it's a symptom of the coach, if he's just naturally good at it, but he does have a very good economy.
Yeah. He's adding a third one down as well, yeah.
I think Cheddar takes the water here. I mean, he's outmassed. He's got 10 fire ships, 2 demos. Zach's only got 5 fire ships, slowly decreasing little by little. I mean, Zach really needs to just start making demos again, I think.
I don't like to call games too soon, but based off of what I'm seeing, I feel like Cheddar's gonna even win the land because he's 3 TC now on land. And
It's 3
Zach
TC.
still won. Yeah.
It's an uphill battle for Zach at this point because again, like this fish eco is critical. You get a lot of fish, and water control is definitely worth it in this map. It's super duper important. There's a red scout trapped in Blue's base.
But he's getting some good vision though. If you look at the fog of war, he's getting some. He's scouted a lot. He knows he's on 1 TC.
He does.
So he can snowball if he wants, but
Snipe
I
that
feel
fire.
like Zach needs to go like aggressive. He needs to go like forward with something to cause some damage. He can't just allow Cheddar to free TC boom now, or boom in general, even on the water.
Yeah, like Cheddar is booming on water and booming on land. He's building lots and lots of fishing ships with 3 docks. He's got 3 town centers. He's effectively got 6 buildings producing eco.
And he's building more docks. Yeah, it's gonna be
like
a hard one.
the villager gap is about 19 villagers. The military gap is 12. It's looking like Cheddar is in a strong position.
Yeah, a really strong position. It looks like a winning position because, I mean, I don't like calling games super soon, but the score difference at this early on in the game is a really big difference. It's like almost 2k of a score difference, and that's usually not a good sign.
It isn't.
I mean,
I've seen comebacks. I have seen comebacks from times like this, but in a tournament like this where it's, fairly competitive, you've got, high elo backseaters, they are going to reap every benefit of the fact that they have a lead, and they will execute that through their players that are actively playing this right now.
Yeah, Zach's going for 2 more TCs now, so he's going to catch up with the TCs, but I mean, he's 30 sort of eco behind, and the fact he has no docks now is like there's an extra eco lead again. So
He
it's almost
does.
like he's against sort of kind of like 5 TCs almost with them 5 docks,
Yeah. Lots of
and they're
fishing
all in good
ships
spots.
for another dock
I
for
know.
Cheddar.
He wants to
He
maximize
is
all this fish.
owning the water right now.
Oh, and he's nearly gotten a stone for a castle, and I see a few vills coming forward. Maybe he's gonna drop a castle to secure this now. I'd like to see it forward on the hill though. Like not, I wouldn't like to see it backwards. I would like to see it in front of his docks. Like,
Definitely.
we'll see.
Zach dropping a 4th TC. I think he realizes how far behind he is, and he is working his damnedest to try and get back up here. Cheddar though, he's got the vision with this scout. I mean, I was a little bit like skeptical of the scouting here, but it actually provides him with a lot of really useful information.
Is this gonna be a forward castle right in that corner? This could be a really nice castle. I think he's going for a forward castle, and this could be juicy.
Yeah, he's got 6 villagers. I like to see a little bit more than 6 villagers when I see kind of a juicy play. But oh, okay, he's not gonna go through the gate, the walls here. I would have liked to see him go through the walls, drop a castle, you know, next to the
Does
TC.
Zach actually see that yet?
Obviously,
No,
a risky play. Yeah, Zach doesn't see nothing. He's got no vision, no outposts. What he is gonna see is a castle firing at some palisades, and he's gonna have a little bit of a panic because he is in full boom mode, and Cheddar is in full. I've already made my boom. I want to make military mode, and the camels start coming out.
Zach is on 4 TCs, but I mean, I still like Cheddar's spot just because the water eco is super huge. I wonder what the castle's for though. Is that just to get through, or is he gonna go battle elephants?
I'd say the castle is just to get through. If he does go
Not
chonky
bad,
boys, I will I will applaud.
Yeah.
If he goes the elephant chonks. And you know he goes in.
No, maybe he's just gonna trap with camels.
So castle, great position for 1, trebbing, like you said. 2, it gets him his 2 castle age building upgrades, because, or not building upgrades, but 2 castle age buildings, because it counts as 2 castle age buildings. Oh, and it looks like Zach is preemptively stonewalling. He doesn't even see the castle, and he's stonewalling. Oh, he sees the castle now, though. And he's dropping a stone gate behind it now.
That was quick. Them camels could have been right through.
They could have. That was very fortunate that Zach was able to have a villager there walling up that piece when he did. I will say though, I'm not a huge fan of the stone gate. I prefer to see stone walls because stone walls are stronger than a stone gate. But maybe he'll stonewall behind it because I mean the gate's nice to get that spread across to completely block.
Is the gate gonna open though? When because is he gonna close it in time?
I mean he can technically close it while he can technically close it while it's actively being built, but he did lock it. So looks like full halbs for Zach is the plan. It's a full defense strategy. A monastery coming up for maybe some monks. He's got enough to go to Imp. Just would like to see him just go to that. There we go.
Surprisingly, he's caught up on the vills. Like, very surprised.
Yeah, he has caught up a lot. I mean, 4 TCs and they're Persian TCs at that, right? So
yeah.
They are gonna act a little quicker. He's only 14 vills behind. I will say I have a feeling though that Cheddah's in a bit of a better eco position.
And he's got more map control, like another castle over there.
Major map control. He's taking gold in the south. He's taking gold in the southeast. He's taking.
And he has outposts on the top side.
Yeah, he's got castles all around Zach's base. Cheddar knows how to get some map control, and it's evident in these past 2 games that he does. He's got a little bit of idols.
Help him with that.
Definitely. I mean, his backseaters probably suggested, make some outposts here and there. Drop a couple forward castles.
Yeah.
But That's what they're for. Cavalier are in now. I think he's gonna go for Savar. Just watching the eco right here. He's grabbing some upgrades, and there it is. Savar is on its way. So Chedda's gonna have full Savar. I think Savar will arrive just in time for Zach to actually have Halbs, because Halbs is a faster upgrade. But the gate is coming down, and the gate is down, and there's a gap in Zach's base. He's dropping another gate, and he's dropping more thousand.
He needs to just stone wall now.
He does need to stone wall now. He needs to stone wall that side.
Treb's just gonna get it. He needs to just...
And Zach is now up to Imp. He's grabbing Halb. Very, very good. Like I said, I think the Halb upgrade will come in just in time for the Savar. Zach does have a defensive castle up now too. So we'll have to see what Zach does here, because he's got a lot of traps
from both sides. It's just nice.
Yeah, this is a multi-front push, and Zach is gonna need more numbers than that. He's got no upgrades for attack on these pikes. I mean, I understand priority should be given to armor, but he's getting bodkin. I mean, he almost needs 2 blacksmiths at this point. One for his castle defense upgrades, one for his halbs. And as I mentioned, halbs are now in. Savar is in just a second. Savar is now in. Zach is now pushing that castle, but 2 trebs versus 1 it's gonna win, I'd say. Oh, but 2 trebs versus 2 trebs. But that doesn't account for the fact that there's multiple trebs on the other side. And Chedda is in. Oh, and he just walled it off. Can he wall off over here? Or will he just use the halbs to protect? I'd like to see him jump in the castle, drop off on the other side. Oh, and it looks like he tried to do that, but...
Oh, the castle's killing the camels well, though, and the halbs.
Oh, it definitely is, but castle is going to go down. Zach is going to lose his defensive position here. And he's just going to
take that bottom castle out first, I feel like. He needs to focus just on that bottom castle, and then he can switch to these to the side. But yeah, I think he's got a healthy number of halbs now, though.
He does. He definitely has a healthy number of halbs. I think he needs to make a couple bombard cannons. Make couple bombard cannons, snipe those last 2 trebs on the bottom, take out the bottom castle, then focus the full force on the front here. And he does
castle out.
He does take the castle out though, so that's very, very good for Zach. It's a castle trade at this point. I'd like to see him add a couple more houses. Chedda, however, still has all that map control. Gold in the top, gold in the bottom, and
I know that's really good for Chedda, but yeah, he's losing a lot of gold stuff though. Like these trebs are getting lost. I feel like Zach can take that second castle out, and if Chedda will have to dive the trebs, and he will lose a lot of food and gold with those Savar.
He will.
So give Zach a bit of time to kind of build up his gold back. Chedda's floating so much res. I think he needs to spend this a bit faster though.
He definitely does. 3k food, 1300 gold. He's going into hand cannons. That's going to be a very hard play for Zach to kind of counter. Zach might have to end up going into full trash.
Yeah. He's took the castle out now. Another castle, which is
these
good.
trebs on the bottom are a menace.
I think he needs to wall up this. Yeah, these bottom ones definitely need to go first. He needs to stone wall off that little choke point again and focus the bottom side now.
Definitely. And it does look like Chedda is going to try to push now with the hand cannon and Savar. Problem is, Chedda is 1 step ahead of Zach in all of these actions. I mean, the hand cannon switch is going to force Zach into some stables, looks like. Maybe some Hussar is what he might go for, because it's not going to be too tough on gold for him. But those halbs are going to get quickly shredded with those hand cannons. Siege ram by Zach as well.
That could be nice, though, I feel like.
Good fight here for Zach. He's taking out a lot of Savar. However, he is losing a lot of halves.
Yeah, but they are kind of replaceable, though, right?
Definitely, definitely. I'm just watching the military score, and Zach's down to 21, and Cheddah's up to 52 for military units. So that's the only thing.
I think Jack needs to constantly make some more barracks. I think he needs more barracks as well.
He does, because he lost a lot of barracks on that front to those trebs. I think those trebs on the bottom half took out like 4 or 5 barracks. And the Savar are in his base. Ooh. This is not looking the best for Zach at this point.
No. This is looking kind of dire.
And the GG is called. Good game, guys. Game 2 goes to GOUDAARK, the Cheddar, and Noah.
See, I feel like Zach could have won the first game, but I feel like he just needs to play a bit more aggressive against Cheddar, because I feel like we've seen Cheddar's the better boomer. Under the instructions, but like in that first game, I feel like Zach, like he just kind of he got a good bit of damage, and then he just kind of just like stopped taking the steps in, let Cheddar kind of build up a massive monks and camel, whereas he could have just done a lot more damage and killed all the army and could have won that first game. But yeah, I think they're similar in this game. Like I don't think he committed early enough to like the water pressure. Or even to, I mean, he lost water, fair enough, but I feel like he could have switched to land quicker, maybe, and pushed him on land a bit faster, and got to castle quicker.
I think this map though, it's all dependent on who controls this middle valley water here. It's super critical to this map because you get that food eco lead, and it really helps, especially when you're Persians. I mean, again, it was another mirror matchup. But yeah, I think if Zach would have been able to get up the ages quicker, even if he was later to feudal and he got to castle first, if he was to castle first, I think that would have been a big difference.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm just gonna be right back. I'm just gonna go grab a drink quickly.
Yeah. You know what, guys? We will be right back, and we'll be ready for the next game.
I'm back. Has the game started? Nope. I don't think it's started just yet.
But,
All right, we are back from our little break, guys. Hey, Wicked Bro, thanks for joining us, and thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it, man. Glad to see you here. And Noah23, thank you so much for the follow as well. Glad to see you here. And we are going to get right back into the next game here. We're just going to check to make sure that it is ready to go.
It is. It's
Oh,
started.
all right. So we're going to get right into the match, guys. Spectate game. And here we go. Khmer versus the Italians. So right now, guys, we are in the matchup where Cheddar is 2 wins to 0 in the best of 5 series. This is a match point game for Zach Halil. Can he bring it back in this game and bring it to game 4 and potentially game 5 for the win? So we will have to see. This is Jungle Fortress. The way this map is laid out is you have one little kind of small fortress on one side, another small fortress on the other. The only way to get to the other side is through this tunnel. It kind of reminds me of a mixture of Arena and Black Forest. So we'll have to see what happens. So just speeding up through the first little bit. So if you want to jump through the first little bit as well, Key.
I have. I'm up to live gameplay.
All right. So what minute is that is live gameplay at?
About 5 minutes in.
Okay.
So not too far in.
Not too far in. Perfect. I will say there's some. Go ahead.
Sorry, you go first.
All right. I was just gonna say there's some interesting strategies that can be done on this map. I've seen chops through the bottom to get through here. I mean, Khmer play might do that. We have seen Khmer on this map a handful of times, and I do see that Zach likes to play a little more aggressive. But could see anything here. What are your thoughts, Key?
Yeah, I was going to say I'm hoping Zach plays a sort of aggressive build on this map because we've seen, obviously, that Cheddar can just, you know, even when he's getting slight bit of pressure, he can still boom behind it fairly easy enough. So I'd like to see some more like some more heavy aggression, like full castle age, all in kind of play. But then again, if Cheddar gets up to castle and gets a defensive castle down and goes Genoese, I think that could be a huge problem for the Lister Elephants.
It definitely could.
So I really love the Italian pick on this map. It's a very versatile pick.
It is. Definitely.
A late game again, Khmer just are scary, so
yeah,
it could go either way. not too sure what off the build what they're doing right now.
Yeah, so why don't we jump into their channels and see what they do have up their sleeves?
Yeah, let's do that.
He's gonna get housed. And on to Chedda's group. So it looks like Cheddar is predicting, or Noah behind Cheddar is predicting that there's going to be a Ballista Elephant build. But I don't see a Ballista Elephant build in the future. You know what I see? I see a Battle Elephant build.
Ooh.
I think that Zach may be going into either Battle Elephants or Boom. I don't know. He's got a lot of wood, so perhaps he's going for a little bit of a Boom.
Yeah.
I like that noise. Thank you so much for the cheer, Rev. That's awesome. Another cheer, Rev. Thank you very much, Rev.
Yeah, I think it might be a boom. Cheddar, Zach seems to be going out to build a CC on the gold.
Yeah, Zach, and Zach gets the first hit on the scout, so that's really nice. Oh, nice block. that was worth an extra hit. So these villagers being out here, Cheddar might think that they're going for a castle drop or something crazy, similar to what happened the last game, because they're saying same game plan as last time. So, but I really think that Zach is playing this boom. I think he said, you know what? I've played this aggressive the last 2 games. It's not working. I gotta play this boom. Yeah. And Go ahead.
Go on. I was just gonna say the fact that these scouts were out, like I mean, they're not doing anything right now, but he could have, if he would have found that TC, he could have denied it. I was hoping he kind of would, but yeah.
But the thing is, he's not predicting a TC. He's predicting villagers to come up here and castle drop. He's looking for a nice little win here. But I think what happens though is, given those scouts that are out, it's gonna put Cheddar a little bit behind. We'll have to see though, obviously. Third TC down for Zach here now. The scouts are gonna see this TC, and they're gonna. Yep. Here we go.
Yeah, Cheddar got his TCs at first though, as well behind this, so he's still actually a few vills ahead.
Yeah. Thanks for the follow, the Boatman. Really appreciate it. Thanks for following the channel. We are in the third game of the best of 5 for the Battle of the Backseat lower bracket. We're getting right into this. It's Castle Age, and it's anyone's game at this point. Cheddar definitely has a little bit of map control with these scouts. Zach is going for a Khmer boom at this point against the Italians that are also going for a boom. I'm very interested to see how this plays out.
Yeah, I'm kind of liking Cheddar's position slightly better, just for the fact that he's on stone a bit earlier, so he could drop that 4th TC a bit sooner. It's gonna be a boom sort of thing. But he is lacking the wood though. I don't know if he's got the wood upgrade yet. That could just buy 100 stone and drop a 4th TC. But usually when you're booming right, you want to add like an extra TC when you can, because if you don't,
yeah, definitely.
You know,
I think Cheddar might be going for a castle. Slowly mining away to get a castle going with his boom. We do see Zach is creeping ahead on the Ville score. I think Zach is actually going out for an additional town center, a 4th town center perchance. He's got the resources for it. He drops it right on the bottom gold. Zach is going for 4 TCs. Thanks so much. Oh, back in black. Oh, really appreciate the follow. Thanks for joining the stream. All right. Cheddar is doing his best to make use of these scouts here, so let's see what he can see at this point. So he can see a fair amount of the map. He's got a good idea. He sees a town center, sees a mining camp, hasn't explored down here. He's just about to see that he's got gold back here too, so he might take advantage of that. Thanks for the bits, Rev. Really appreciate it again. But despite the 4th TC, they're neck and neck for eco. As I said before, Chedda's got a really solid eco behind him, but I think this is where the Khmer do outboom the Italians.
Yeah, I feel like they'll slip away slowly. It's just because Zach's only 1 bill behind because of like things like getting housed here and there. Probably doesn't have enough food at one point to constantly be producing out of 3 TCs. Also does have wheelbarrow though, as well. I'm not sure if Cheddar's. Oh no, is that Cheddar's who's got wheelbarrow? Yeah, so Cheddar's actually got wheelbarrow as well. But I'm not sure Zach does.
Looking at Zach's villagers, I think Zach's villagers actually have, I think they actually have handcart. We'll see in a second here.
Nice.
So he does. So Zach does have. No, Zach only has wheelbarrow. Cheddar, however. Well, we'll have to see. Cheddar getting a castle up defensively on the back of his base to predict a potential Khmer elephant cut.
Nice.
But nope, Cheddar also has wheelbarrow, so they're both even on the wheelbarrow front. However, I will say Zach does have the advantage of the Khmer farms. The Khmer farms are insane. You can just see that food climbing.
Yeah, I'm kind of liking Zach's position better because I feel like him picking Khmer for Cheddar, I feel like Cheddar's just really confused right now. I don't think he knows what's going on like too much. I think he knows he's booming now, but I still feel like he's waiting for some elephants to come, like you said with like Castle. I feel like he's like just a bit unsure, you know?
Yeah, and it's hard to predict, and I mean I'm a little uncertain of where Zach's gonna go with this build here too. But my thoughts are he's getting handcart now. But my thought is that he may try to go battle elephants and scorps. That's probably what I would do against the Italians. Battle elephants, hussars, and scorps. And I know that battle elephants and hussars seem backwards going up against Italians because they get the Genoese crossbow as they're being currently researched and made. But the key thing here is I think the scorps would be able to take out those Genoese.
Yeah. Cheddar's actually building some Genoese at the top. I'm not sure what his plan is now with these Genoese. Maybe he's going to go up to Imp. Maybe get some bombars out. Could be a good push, but...
It could be. I think the other thing that he's doing too is he's just getting an army set up here to intercept anything that might be coming. Chedda plays very defensively. I noticed he's a very defensive player. Doesn't like to take a chance. Likes to have the map control. Likes to have the map vision. Likes to know everything at once, and that's a very, very smart play. Here comes the Siege Workshop, so I do think the Scorpions may be on their way. Maybe it's an onager cut. I'm not sure, but we'll see in a second. Lots of upgradeless Genoese and scouts making their way forward. Maybe they're going to try to poke around this forward base here.
Both players matched the imp timings as well. Both on their way up.
Yeah.
Nice to see.
Both are very close. Zach is going to hit Imp just like a fraction of a second faster.
But he does have the better eco as well. 10
he does. Ahead. He is 10 vills. For the first game out of this set, we are seeing Zach actually take the vill lead. That's great. Thanks so much, Rev. Appreciate it. We're both doing our best here to give a good experience. And we see forward vills from Chedda. So he's now going on the offensive. He's saying, you know what? I don't want the Khmer to boom any longer. I need to run at them now. So this is going to be crazy to see, given that Zach has like 1,500 food, 1,500 gold, 1,700, and climbing. Like,
that's a really forward castle. It could deny these siege workshops, potentially, from building.
It could. I think Zach's in a position, though, where he could just buy 500 stone and drop a castle even quicker if necessary.
Or even a mangonel could deny this. Like,
that's very true.
Mangoes, there's not enough vills to be building this. I think you could get a mango or two at a time.
And there's the forward castle. And he's got to see this here in a moment. I'm just waiting for the reaction.
Yeah, he definitely sees it.
Heavy Scorp is on the way.
Nice. I would like to have seen a mango first, at least out of one of them, just to potentially deny this castle.
Oh, Zach now sees the castle. So he's probably going to have to delete a house, maybe 2 farms here, and then drop his own. Oh, no, he's putting them here. Okay. I would have liked to have seen it a little closer to his castle and then, you know, battle it out.
Yeah.
But
maybe we could hop into one of their channels and see what they're saying.
Yeah, so let's head over to Chedda's team first and then to Zach's team.
Okay.
Bombard cannons, guys. Sounds like a pretty intense battle right now with strategy.
Yeah. I feel like Cheddar's position's nice though, like I said, with the Bombards, because they can just take out the Scorps, and it's like, yeah, he can go light cav or Hussar to snipe the Bombards, because these ones are quite out positioned, but I don't know. I feel like the Genoese with the Bombard combo is really strong.
It is really strong. I would have liked to see the Trebs at least try to snipe these bombard cannons, because I mean the bombard cannons aren't moving, right?
Yeah.
And he's just losing Scorp after Scorp after Scorp. When this barracks inevitably falls, he could drop a handful of Scorps out and snipe a bunch of those Genoese.
Yeah. He needs to take a good engagement for it
he
to
does.
turn around the fight.
Ooh.
But the Trebs and the Bombards are taking a few of these Scorps out though.
They are. He's using the Trebs to take out all the siege the way he should be.
Yeah.
And it just feels like Zach's reaction time is a little bit lacking here, because I mean he's just letting the siege just take hit after hit after hit. And he lost his Treb. I have to say I think Cheddar, he's got really good micro.
No, he
when
does.
It comes to this army.
Very experienced. I think Zach's problem was the fact he was focusing the castle too much and not the actual...
Not the actual siege, yeah. Because the castle is just being repaired constantly by these villagers, right?
Yeah.
And now he's trying to go light cav, and light cav just get eaten to shreds by Genoese crossbow. It's not over yet, though. I mean, Zach's got another base up here.
It's just
As for villagers, Cheddar now has the villager lead, though, too. So that's my only...
He has the map he has the map control as well. He's taking all the gold in the middle. Yeah, I'm liking Cheddar's position better. But Zach does have a lot of Scorpions. A lot of Scorps.
So Zach is dropping farm after farm after farm on the front here. I wonder why. To prevent a castle, maybe? He needs to bring these Scorpions forward at this point. It's getting a little bit too late for him. He's got to bring these Scorps forward, got to bring these light cav forward, try to make it a little messy.
Yeah, he can't let this castle go up. That castle goes up, I feel like it's game.
Yeah.
And he's doing nothing to deny it so far.
Bring these light cav up. Bring these Scorpions up, man. I want to see you win this. We want to see a game 4.
He needs to go snipe the siege right now, but he's doing nothing with them. He's playing too defensive. I think this is his problem. He's not taking any risks. And if you don't take risks, you're not going to get a reward, right?
Yeah.
So,
I do like the Rams, though. The Cap Rams coming forward is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Bomber cans can easily take those out, though. That's the only problem, right?
Yeah. He's not using the Scorps at all, though. It's just keeping them under the teeth.
I know, he's just keeping them back, and they need to come forward and take these Genoese crossbowmen out.
It's like he might lose 1 or 2, but like he needs to fight with now. Like while the siege is under the castle, he needs to do something. He's just losing like all his rounds.
Is the castle gonna get to? And he takes the castle.
Nice.
And now he brings forward the Scorps, which are gonna get sniped by these bombards. Unfortunately, you gotta move them, man. You gotta move these guys. Ah.
Yeah, he's taking bad fights. He's playing too passive. This is what I said. He had the lead this game, but he's just not doing anything with the lead. He's just playing really passive. Didn't build any units. Allowed Cheddar to come forward again, take the map control. And yeah.
Yeah. I would have liked to see some Castle Age Scorpions being built. I think waiting to Imp and waiting until they were heavy was a little bit of a mistake.
No, definitely. Like I said, a mango or 2 could have turned this game around. That first castle going up, like I said.
I think if he would have even dropped his own castle right up against this castle, he wouldn't have been able to hide Trebs right here. He wouldn't have been able to hide bomber cans right here. It would have just forced it back a bit. And I mean, I'm saying that from experience. We experienced that in our game that we played. Like they had a castle right up against the wall when we
Yeah.
were playing our game, and it was super hard to take out.
Yeah.
I'm slowly seeing Zach's villager lead diminish.
Yeah. I hate to call it early, but the score leads just creeped away. Cheddar has good military presence now, a lot of floating rares, especially on the golden stone side, and he could just drop castles and just keep building gold units all day.
Yep. Which set is this? This is game 3 of the best of 5 lower bracket final. So for all of our viewers, this is looking like the match point for the best of the Battle of the Backseat 2 tournament. Ooh, that's a nice little snipe of those Genoese there. But we'll see what happens. I mean, Zach's not giving up. He's not taking this line down. He's doing his best.
I mean, the fact that Cheddar's army's now split up and it's not sure which way to push, I think, and the bombards are getting caught in the middle, which is really nice. He just lost all those bombards.
He did.
Do you feel like he could have a chance now? I think he needs to focus on building the vills back up. Maybe add it. Maybe even
More
cut it out to
farms.
if he cuts through that bit, he can get some good resources back. If he cuts through with a cat like.
And he needs more farms is the other thing too.
Oh yeah, he's floating so much wood.
He's floating a lot of wood. He's got a lot of villagers locked up, idle, 38 idols. He's just got to get some farms at this point, if he wants a chance at recovery here.
Ooh, he's going for seed rams. Ooh, castle for Cheddar inside his base. I don't think that will go up though.
Yeah, especially with these siege rams, that's gonna make it really difficult. I do like the siege rams. I just wish these villagers would get back to work. Like
yeah, I know.
Even if he just like threw them on stone, threw them on wood, like something, he's got to get his villagers working. And now we see Cheddar with Hussar and Cavalier coming in. Maybe the Cavalier. No, the Cavalier couldn't have been.
I think it's over now. Like
yeah.
He's just basically got siege and a few hussar. It's just not, and like the eco's just like you said, it's not doing anything. He's got idols everywhere, like lots of idols.
Yeah, GG, well played, and the GG is called, and Cheddar goes back to the upper bracket for the final game.
Wow, full 3-0 for Cheddar.
Cheddar is playing very, very well in these sets. I streamed the last set, and very, very strong player.
For sure.
Just a quick look at the stats, and I mean, again, very close game up until this last 10-15 minutes that made and break the game. But well played by everyone, guys.
Yeah, well played.
Let's see if people want to join us in chat. What a set, guys. 3-0 for Cheddar, and as I mentioned, that means that Zach Halil's team, which is let me just see here again. It is SLACKSEATERS and GOUDAARK. So SLACKSEATERS, which is Zach Halil and Happy the Andy, they now get 3rd place in the overall tournament. So congratulations to the SLACKSEATERS on your 3rd place. And Cheddar and Noah, the GOUDAARK team, they now have a chance at 1st place. The way this tournament is going is the winner of the losers bracket gets an opportunity to move back to the upper bracket and face off in the final against the winner of the upper bracket. And I believe the winner of the upper bracket at present is Gambiteers. So they will be fighting for first and second place in the final match, which will come in the next 5 to 7 days. Within that time frame, we'll see. But again, good game for this match here. I see that Zach and Happy the Andy have joined our chat. Welcome, guys. How did those games go? I know it didn't quite go as well as you thought or hoped, but give me your thoughts. How did they go? No.
I would say you played. Oh yeah. Can you hear? I don't think they can hear me. One sec. Can you hear me now? Okay, I was gonna say, like, I think you played very well, and I don't think it would come down to him being the better player. Like, he might have had like better boom in the first 2 games, but I just feel like you needed to slightly be a bit more like take a little more risk in some of the engagements. Like, especially with that first game, like you were in a really good position with the step lancers, and then you kind of just sat back and had a big mass of them and wasn't really getting any value or damage with them. Which was from our perspective. Yeah, you did. You killed a lot of vills, but then you kind of had them sat in front of like a bit further back, with like a mango, and or like at one point there was like a big mass of them, and you like Cheddar was. He didn't have like a lot to start off with. He had like one or two monks, but like you let him get to a healthy number of monks, like 5, and then like a good healthy number of camel. Like if you would have maybe dived in with that first TC when you were fighting, and he was repairing it with the veils, I feel like you could have killed a few monks and basically killed the whole army there, and kind of turned that game around. What would you say, Benito? Yeah, I know. That's what I mean by taking like that extra little risk. Like if you would have just been a bit more aggressive, like could have been a whole different game.
Just 1 second, guys. I'm having trouble because it's not actually capturing Discord. 1 second. So no one has actually been able to hear you guys.
Yeah, I think that was a bit weird that way before when I had to kind of play it through OBS because yeah.
Try muting the OBS audio.
I am.
There we go. Can you talk now?
Hello.
There we go. I think we can hear. Thanks, Rev, for the bits again. I think we can hear the Discord again now. I think I fixed it. But yeah. So if you just wanna reiterate again, Happy, what your thoughts were on that, like on the set, just to summarize for the viewers. Sorry, the audio wasn't working.
I think Zach played really well, like very, very solid, not too much wrong. Regardless if you have me as backseat or anything, like some engagements aren't going to be optimal, just for the nature of the elo in the game. But I think Zach played really well, and I feel like the pressure that we did in the first game, second game was kind of a disaster. To be fair, we stayed in, did pretty well to live as long as we did. Well, especially the third game, I just feel like against many other similar players, Zach would win. But the timings with Cheddar were very strong.
Yeah, I was gonna say in the second game, Key and I were discussing, and it really came down, in our opinion, to whoever got to Feudal Age first. and then whoever got to Castle Age first after that as well, because I felt like you guys were in a position to go to Castle so early because you had the food. You had all the food you needed, but you were just missing those feudal age buildings. And then Cheddar actually, at the point, like, to give you an example, we're watching this. Zach had 700 food and 200 gold, and Cheddar had 100 food and 100 gold. And I was thinking, oh man, you guys are gonna go to Castle Age like super quick, and then you just didn't. And I was like, whoa, no.
It was, I think it was a disaster on my part more than Zach. We've played that map a couple of times and completely, like, played really well and won both times we played on it.
Yeah.
Just this one, I didn't help Zach enough with the macro approach to keeping fishing 5 ships out demos, and the engagements we took were poor. So I feel like that was on me more than Zach in terms of how that was played. The macro approach wasn't there to support 3 docks. So that was basically a disaster on my part.
Well, sometimes these things can't be
It was
helped.
quite good.
Yeah, it
They
was
definitely
just
had the better micro on the water.
it was just one of those games that we had where nothing goes right and until but we were basically already dead because there were so many docks to be placed down by Cheddar. I think he had like 7 docks by the end of the game, so it was just hard to fight that back. But I think we did well to hold on with Halb and whatnot. Killing 3 castles was also really nice, but I mean, there's so much eco behind it, and I mean, Cheddar's quite lucky that he's got an absolute clown in Noah behind him, he's great at closed maps and knows how to macro much better than myself, so that really helps Cheddar in that regard.
Yeah, definitely. And so we haven't got to hear yet from the other team, Cheddar and Noah. How are you guys feeling? How are the games? Yeah.
Feeling great. Obviously, result helps, but they were I felt very close games. Like, there were times just obviously when getting pushed back and the castle's going down, and you're just like, uh-oh, and then we were able to regain control, which was huge. It was interesting to play 2 mirrors matchups with civs in the first 2 games, so it was just about executing them rather than what unit comp, because the opponent can do the same. So
Definitely.
We just
Yeah,
I thought you guys did an amazing.
Sorry, go ahead.
Just to jump in, I thought they did an amazing job of. I mean, game 1 we were completely caught off guard with the pressure. Like, we tried to greed. We were like, all right, they're gonna boom, so we'll just go no loom and go no walls, and then all of a sudden the step lancers showed up, and it was a bit hairy there for a second. And game 2 also, you guys were really resilient in the defense, and even game 3, like the siege ramp push, I thought was really good. I think we just had a slight edge with the timings and a bit better boom in all the games, but I thought it was really well played on both sides.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I mean, like we said when we were casting the first or for casting the set, there was a lot of turning points in the games. Like we were thinking, oh man, SLACKSEATERS are going to take the first game, and then you put up a solid defense and reboom back into it, and they were like, oh man, like Cheddar's team, GOUDAARK's going to win, and then you guys had that major pressure on the base, and then the game actually looked like it ended, and then we were like, wait, what happened? And we weren't sure if like the game just ended or if like SLACKSEATERS kind of resigned, but then we saw that the game kind of came back up again. It looked like it was just like a desync or disconnect or something. And at the start of that reconnection of the game, we were watching, and I mean, Zach, you repelled the army and kind of pushed back, and then was just like, oh, well, maybe it's gonna go back this way again. So like, as the first game was a very close game. I mean, all the games were fairly close in all the different points of it. I think there were a couple points where one side had a bit more of an advantage, took a wave with it and that kind of thing. But again, really creative. I mean, the siege rams in the last game was really creative. I did not expect that at all. I didn't even think of that personally as like a defense mechanism, so I liked that. I think Zach, if you would have been a little more aggressive with those scorpions, against with the siege ram push or the capped ram push. It may have been a little more effective. I don't know, but
Tend to agree with you, but the attack grounds from Cheddar were amazing. So like, there's nothing we could do.
fair enough. Those bombards were a menace.
I don't mean to be disrespectful to like 1K elo, but attack grounding is a very hard skill to learn, to like know exactly how fast the unit moves, to know where they're gonna land, and you landed some very good ones, and it was kind of like, okay, so the siege ram push is gonna be off for now because we can't. I was kind of relying upon that not being the case, but I mean, it was fantastic. So what can you do?
Definitely. But all this being said, SLACKSEATERS, you earned yourself the 3rd place in this tournament. So I mean, you beat out all the other teams, snagged 3rd. So that does count for a lot. I mean, congratulations on that. Obviously, I know you're aiming for the top, but it's still a very good feat that you should be proud of. GOUDAARK, you're heading in for the finals to battle for 1st place. How are you feeling going into that finals? I know the first place team that you're going to be going against is undefeated at present. So what do you think about that?
They're the only team that I've lost to, so it'll be really great to come back and show them what I got and
rematch
come back and win. Yeah, good rematch. So really looking forward to it. I think we've shown that we're pretty strong. So I really like our odds. Got some more training to do, but yeah, looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, guys. Really appreciate your time and great games to watch. Congratulations to you both. You made it this far, and looking forward to seeing GOUDAARK's performance in the final that's coming up in the next week.
Good playing, Zach. Really appreciate playing. Really good. So.
Yeah, I think it was a great set, guys. Well played, everyone.
Thank you.
Also, who are you playing in the final?
THF and Jade Arrow.
Ooh, okay.
The Gambiteers, real THF, coached by or backseated by Jade Arrow Gaming. Jade Arrow Gamer. Oh my gosh, he always gives me flack whenever I say Jade Arrow Gaming, and I never say that. But here I am. If you're watching, Jade, I apologize. But no, it should be a good match. I mean, Jade's got a good head on his shoulders. He's been a great coach, and but yeah, looking forward to seeing how that final set plays out. Maybe we'll get it to go to a game 5. If I'm not mistaken, it's a best of 5, unless it's a best of 7. But
I believe it's two. Like if I win the first match, I have to play a second match.
Yeah.
Are all the final maps completely different? Or are they the same 3 again?
No, it's the same first 3, and then there's 2 additional maps for the best of 5 series.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks again for the games. We'll have to catch you guys later. We're going to be ending the stream here in a moment with a raid. Any final thoughts, though, before we head off?
No, just good luck to. I forgot your team names. I apologise. You guys for the next round. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah. GG to you guys. Thanks for everyone for putting on the tournament. It's been really fun to play and just be a part of. So everyone involved has been really nice and very, very fun.
Yeah. Thanks to Benitto and Kai for streaming, and Hypnos and everyone else who's been working on the tournament, making sure we can all play, and looking forward to the finals and beyond that.
Great. And a great final it will be. Before we end off, we're going to do a raid. And before we end off with the raid, final words will be thanks to Poner of Souls for the awesome map set. For those of you who do not know, Poner of Souls is the creator of all the maps in this Battle of the Backseat 2 tournament. So special thanks to Poner of Souls. Thanks to Hermetica for putting on this awesome tournament. And thanks to Hypnos for organizing and getting everything going. He's always making sure that everything is running as smoothly as possible, and this couldn't have happened without him. But without further ado, we will end this off with a raid. We're just going to quickly see who we will go and raid. Let's see here. Let's see. It is Hera online right now. He is not. Is the Viper on right now? He is. So we will go raid the Viper, guys. And we will be starting the raid. Oh, we are unable to raid the Viper at this time. Oh, I can't have that happen.
He's playing the Titans League set right now. You can raid a...
Maybe Sitar or MBL, I don't know.
Yeah, Mem, T90, Ornlu, they're all streaming the Titans League.
All right, well, we'll go to Mem TV then, and we will start a raid here. And the raid will be ready in 10 seconds. 3,
Hey, thanks, guys.
2, 1.
See you guys.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
Guys.
Yeah, the draft got stuck because the draft is